First to 33 stars, Dark Side GOTB, and the winners are MAW. Most of you have already heard and or seen, but yes, MAW1, aka MAW Chromium, was the first guild to hit 33 stars in GOTB in the wee hours of the morning. We did admittedly stay up very, very, very late or early, depending on how you look at it. TI brought their A games and they stacked TI Blue with a tremendous amount of GP, which is totally fair. I'm not knocking them for that. If we had had more GP to stack, we probably would have done the same. But this wasn't a stack for MAW. It was MAW's more or less regular 50. And we knew, TI, once TI Blue stacked TI, they had several million GP on us, believe it or not. So we knew we had to bring our A games and our leaders, or specifically territory battle leaders, put a poll out to see who would be willing to stay up until the wee hours of the morning in order to bang out 33 stars first. And pretty much unequivocally everyone was on board with that. Little bit shitty for us East Coast of the United States folks, myself and many others. TB reset for us is 1 in the morning, and of course once you're up, even though I finished my battles by probably like 1:30, I stayed up until 3 in the morning watching everyone battle. But we did get in almost all 50 members' battles within the first 2 hours or so of TB. So obviously a great deal of commitment. TI are probably more than okay in having gotten full night's sleep, even though they were not the first to 33. And that's fine. It was something that we all wanted and decided to do because we looked at where we were and where TI was, and it was going to be a race to the finish. So we had to do something a little extra to make sure we got there first. In fairness, we really probably should have had it the last time we did DSTB, but that was right around I think that was like the first week that GLs came out, and not everyone had SLKR at that time. And obviously SLKR makes a tremendous difference in TB. I still haven't exactly found the perfect comp for him in TB. I guess there kind of isn't, because the longer you go, and TB battles or missions are 4 waves, the longer you go, characters like Hux, Sit, Phasma, OG Kylo, they're going to end up dead, just by virtue of SLKR's unique tunes with bonus that get bonus TM. Their health pool drops down to a point where they can be one shot by just, collateral AoE. But that being said, SLKR, in a number of cases, in MAW at least, SLKR basically soloed wave 4 of whatever combat mission he was thrown into. So it's, I guess it's kind of like a give and take. Like I said, I was up. I woke up from a nap, actually. I fell asleep watching Rise of Skywalker, and I set an alarm at about 12:55 a.m., which was good because I got all my platoons and battles in, but also bad because I was doing some battles half asleep, having woken up from an hour and a half nap, and I forgot to record well, I forgot to record two battles. I thought I had hit the record button, and I did not. And of course, one of them, really only one of them I'm upset about because the other one was Sith Empire and it was terrible, so I was okay having forgotten to record that. But the one that I do care about that I forgot to record was my Supreme Leader Kylo Ren battle. Of course. So that sucked. So instead, unfortunately, you guys have to watch this Death by 1,000 cut Geo battle, and then a Night Sister battle, and then the Dooku battle. Night Sisters are really, really good in Phase 4 in the center, not in the south. In the south, you can get fives, and anyone that dies while fives is in play does not revive. Obviously, that's a problem if you're using Night Sisters because they are on the softer side, and obviously they rely heavily on either Mother Talzin lead for revives or Old Daka for revives. But the good news is they are a pretty easy 4 out of 4 in Phase 4. I don't think any of I think my high, oh no, I lie. My highest relic Night Sister is Daka at R7. The next is Talzin at, I believe, 6. And everybody else is like 4 or 5. Not cheap, all things considered, but also, obviously, you do not need full R7s. If you have an R7 Daka with full health mods, modding for health secondaries, and primaries for that matter, you have a pretty good shot of being able to complete it. The Zeta also does make a difference. Just like taking a Daka lead NS team against GG8, she just stays alive, and everyone can die. She'll res everybody up. So yeah, a little butthurt that I forgot to record my SLKR match. He did pretty much end up soloing Wave 4. Yeah, lots of stuns and just ultimate. Obviously do basic when you can't do the stun. And then I don't do the AoE all that often, but yeah, SLKR is very strong. It's just the team composition is definitely still up for debate, at least in terms of TB. I know some people took Sith Empire SLKR. I've done that before. That is decent, but I mean, the end result is usually the same for me. It ends up just being SLKR at the end. My Sith Empire is actually the team that I did not do well on in TB. I got some rough matchups. I got this matchup twice. GK, Anakin. Actually, I got 2 ARC Troopers in the other one. This one's 2 medics. But this one's kind of gnarly. But luckily, Night Sisters are the perfect team if you're going to draw this comp. I mean, whiny bitch Anakin, GK, 2 medics. I think that's an ARC Trooper back there, and then maybe a clone commander or somebody. Who is that stealth over there? Might be Rex. Yeah, this is a tough team. Padawan Anakin, aka whiny bitch Anakin, is just a slightly dulled version of Jedi Knight Anakin. Pretty much the same moves like you saw there. So were it not for Talzin lead and an R7 Daka, it would be a Night Sister killer. But this is the perfect team to take up against this. So I got 4 out of 4 with my SLKR team. I got 4 out of 4 with Night Sisters, 4 out of 4 with Geos, and then this. I did not record the first half of this intentionally because in my state of half wakefulness, I took DDK as my 5th instead of General Grievous. That was going to be embarrassing. It would be extremely embarrassing were it not for the fact that I end up 2 of 2ing it anyway, in spite of myself. But needless to say, I had a mini heart attack when I realized that my fat fingered DDK and not GG. And yeah, it wasn't until I realized that I was going to 2 out of 2 this that I told my guild about the mistake, because there was no way I was going to own up to that if I hadn't a 2 of 2'd it. But, you know, accidental discovery. DDK can work there instead of General Grievous. Maybe we can repurpose Grievous somewhere else. And here we go. This is Boomer, one of the officers in my guild, 3-starring the last 2 zones for the 33rd star. I was well asleep when this happened, so Boomer recorded it for me. But there it is, 33 stars. You see 1 day, 9 hours left on the timer. That means that is 3 hours into TB. And this was when I woke up this morning. 33 stars. I actually ended up in 14th place, which is not too shabby. Leaderboard, MAW 33, Body 27 or lower. So just in case there's a glitch, there's proof that MAW got first.